Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the finals of His Highness the President of the UAE Polo Cup 2022. This, our first match, is a subsidiary final between Abu Dhabi and Ghantoot. It's a beautiful afternoon here, 25 degrees, no chance of rain, fortunately, here on the Sheikh Zayed field. But we also have a nice cool breeze just to take the bite off the temperature, making it perfect weather conditions for playing polo and for all of our wonderful spectators here today at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. So first of all, we'll go with the lineups of our two teams out here, out there in front of us, in front of the Sheikh Zayed field. And for Ghantoot, playing at number 1 is Nasser Al-Shamsi. At number 2 is Kian Hall. At 3, Pablo Llorente. And at the back door, Marcos Kaku Araja. And they'll be playing in the white shirts here this afternoon. And for Abu Dhabi, in their maroon-coloured shirts, we have at number 1, of course, the one and only Faris Al-Yabuni. At number 2 is Secundo Amadori. And at 3, Santiago Sanadas. And at the back door, Geronimo de Quiril. We're looking forward to a really exciting match here. It is a sibling rivalry match with both the teams being based here at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. They fought hard to get through to this position here. Of the 6 teams who've been playing throughout this tournament. Our umpires out on the field will be Peter Wright and Tim Bowen, with the third man being Santiago Torgueta. So, ladies and gentlemen, just get them all organised, and then we'll have a throw-in from our Executive Director, His Excellency Hamid Abdul Rahman Al Sheikh. It looks like we have one of the Ghantoot players just dismounted here, in the form of Llorente, just sorting out some tack on Kian Hall, I think. All about teamwork on and off the pit field. And as soon as that's sorted out, we have Pablo mounted back up again. We'll get this, the subsidiary final, underway. It's been a very competitive tournament indeed, with a few turnarounds. UAE being very strong indeed, having been in the final of the Silver Cup of the Gold Cup series, and then they were having been beaten by Habtoor Polo in the Silver Cup. They went forward to play Habtoor again in the Gold Cup final, of which they came out victorious. They played them in the semi-final and turned them over in the semi-final, so they will be playing in the main final at 5 o'clock against Bin Dry. Bin Dry, a polo team from Dubai, with the Bin Dry family that have been involved in the high goal for many years, but they've had a break for a few years, but now it looks like they're going to start rejoining us back again with this high goal polo series here in the UAE. This certainly will be a good match to watch, but the final will be no holds barred, and it'll be an extremely exciting game indeed. We've seen some great talent in the UAE team, as in from the young Lukin Monteverde, whose father himself was 10 goals, the best of the best in his day. But now his son Lukin, mere teenager, taking over the reins from his father. And Lucas, the father, looks after Her Highness Sheikh Mather's organisation. And their breeding program and their polo throughout the world, playing here in the UAE, of course, based in Dubai at Zayed, playing in England and also in Argentina. And Highness Sheikh a great sponsor of ladies polo throughout the world as well, and a great supporter of promoting the sport. So the team's just organising themselves. Now I think they've got themselves sorted out, and hopefully they'll come forward for our roll-in. So Falah just had to nip back to the team tent, and now he'll come forward. And so what I'll do is, if I can give a quick announcement of the actual teams themselves. And we'll start off with Abu Dhabi, playing at number 1 for Abu Dhabi. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Faris Al Yabouni. Playing at number 2 from the Argentines, Secundo Amadori. In the dark blue helmet with a white safety strap on it. And at number 3, great character in Poland, a great friend of mine, it is Santiago Senadas. He's fast, he's quick, and he likes to get moving. And at the back door, a young man by the name of Jerónimo de Carril, advancing through the ranks really quickly. Played an awful lot of polo here in the UAE, with his father having been previous manager of the Habtoors Polo. And for Ghantoot, playing at number 1, the homebred himself, the one and only Nasser Al-Shamsi. Playing at number 2, from England, Kian Hall. At 3, played with him here last year, of course, it is the one and only Pablo Llorente. And at the back door, it is Kaku Raja. Excellent horseman, great penalty taker, and a man to be watching out there on the field. So if the two teams would like to come forward, we'll have the official roll-in from His Excellency Hamdan Al-Rahman Al-Sheikh, the Executive Director here at Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. This, of course, being the ceremonial throwing in, as traditional here in His Highness the President of the UAE Polo Cup. So the two teams will line up here now, and then the ball will be thrown in. And there it is. Thank you very much indeed, sir. And it looks like we are going straight from that one rather than it is. So it is going to be Jerónimo de Carril, comes off the back of the line out here. Jero going towards goal, sticking ball in this one all the way. He's got the break there on the Ghantoot side, a little bit towards the left, just flicks that one in. Oh, and he misses the backhand there, does Kaku Raja, and through the goals it is for the first goal on the board from Jerónimo de Carril for Abu Dhabi. We can see on the replay there for our viewers on Polo Line that Jero got the break on them there, and straight through the goals it goes. And now they'll go over to the far side of the field in front of the Sheikhs, and we will start it off once more for those not familiar with polo. They do change ends every time they score a goal, and it's in the line out. Looking for there is Yabouni. Yabouni couldn't get hold of that one there, but it's going to be Pablo. Pablo comes, he unloads that one up the front door, but there's nobody up there to receive it, and it's been sent up for Marcos Araja, but it's going to be Jerónimo. Back to this one first. Jero goes with a big neck shot. Underneath the neck he goes, looking for Amadori. Amadori goes over the top of it, gets ridden off out of it, and Capone kicks it, and Kian Hall picks this one up on the near side. That's the left-hand side of the horse. Kian over the top of that one, leaves it now for Pablo, but coming back at him is Amadori, trying to hook his mallet. He gets away from him there, does Pablo. He's just avoiding the hooking play, but the backhand comes in. It's now left for Kaku. Marco Saraja goes with a one-time shot straight towards goal, but it's just drifted wide to the right-hand side. So the ball will be placed down on the back line for a free hit to bring it back into play for Abu Dhabi. Jerónimo de Carril taps it once forward, goes under the neck, looking there for Santiago Senadas. Senadas checks up on the play, looks to turn back inside, looks to see what his options are. He's got Yabouni going up the middle, but he's also got Secundo Amadori going in there too, so he opens that shoulder and drives that one up. Doesn't quite get up to them, or does it? It's a little bit wide out towards the side. Marcos Araja comes in, pulls them off out of that play and makes a tail backhand out towards the boards. Kieran Hall comes to pick it up here now with Geronimo de Carril putting the pressure on him. Asked to flick that one forward there by Pablo, but he's unable to do so. He tries to drive that one forward, but it doesn't go as far as he would like. Just lost sight of it slightly there in Hero. He tries to steal that one, but Geronimo hooks his mallet out of it and takes it away. But in doing so, pushes it a little bit too far and shows too much of it there to Araja. Araja up over the halfway line here now. Drives this one up forward up to the front door, looking there for Kieran Hall, but it looks like it's going to be Sonadas to play the backhand. He does underneath the tail, sweeping onto that one, reading and anticipating it well there as always is Geronimo de Grill up there for Yabuni. Yabuni and Nasser Al-Shamsi gets a little bit too much angle onto that one there, but it's enough for Secunda Amadori to come onto. Quick thinking, goes wide, goes through it, flick that one underneath the next, try and get it through the goals, but it looks like it's going to go wide, but no, it's kept in play by Araja. And we get a whistle on the play. So what we see there is the backhand came in and we had a Ghantoot player just crossing the line, the right of way, making a U-turn effectively in the Sheikh Mohammed Road and in front of the Abu Dhabi player. And this is potentially dangerous, so a foul is given, an infraction. And the rules of polo are set up for safety of horse and player. And the umpires are out there to try to prevent accident as much and as best they can. So we end up with a penalty here now. What is known as a penalty 2 from the 30-yard line for Geronimo de Carril. It is undefended. Hero comes in, drives this one forward and through the goals it goes. The flags are off. The flagman waves his flag. So there it is. We have 2 goals on the board there for Abu Dhabi. And Ghantoot still looking to open up their account here. But we are playing 5 periods of play known as chukkers. And they are 7 to 7.5 minutes long. So there's plenty of action and plenty of time for Ghantoot to put the pressure back on Abu Dhabi once more. So the ball gets balled into play there. Through the line out. Off the back of it comes Kaku Araja. Araja under the neck here now. Looking to see where his teammates are. Goes for the neck shot. Underneath the neck he goes with it. Trying to get that to National Shamsi, but anticipated and cut out of the play there by Hero. Plays a backhand. Tries to get onto it to Secunda, but he gets... He's hooked out of it, but he's back onto that one before Kaku can get onto it. But in the meantime, gets ridden off there by Nasser Al-Shamsi. Nasser sends the backhand out. Gets pushed off out of it. Just Kian by Yabuni. And to pick it up and make the turning play here is Pablo Llorente. Drives that one straight out the front door here now, looking for Araja. Going back there with Geronimo. Avoids the hook. Looks to straighten it up. He's a little bit wide of goal. He's going to have to try and flick this one in. And oh, he's just not able to quite connect with that one cleanly. And wide it goes. Sorry, that was Nasser Al-Shamsi. Couldn't quite convert that one there. So the ball once more is placed on the back line. But it'll be Sonadas to bring it in as Geronimo opts to change ponies. He goes under the neck with this one because he realises that Hero's down over this quarter of the field and nobody's with him marking him. So Hero straightens it up. Looks to get that one up the field, up over the halfway line, looking for Yabuni, but coming into it is going to be Araja. Takes it forward, plays a backhand, rebounds it off the board. It's going to be Pablo to come onto this here now. Marking him tightly there is Sonadas, forcing him to unleash it. He does, linking up well here there with Araja. Araja straightens himself up onto this one here now. He's just going to stick and ball this one all the way home. Tap, tap, tap. Shields the ball and through the goal it is. And there's the first one on the board there for Ghantoot. Taking the score now, 2 goals. It is to Abu Dhabi, 1 to Ghantoot. Nice linking play there by Pablo for Marcus Araja to come onto and allow him to stick and ball that one through the goals without too much pressure, giving himself space and time by anticipating the play well. So back to the middle of the field for umpire to bowl this ball into play. Off the line out it comes. Amadori comes away with it here now. Amadori goes to the big drives from a long distance out. It's looking good. It looks like he's pushed it a little bit wide to the right, and he just had a little bit too many Weetabix this morning and out too much on it, and out over the back line it goes. So Raja from the back line, one-time play, comes back onto his own ball here. No, he leaves it there for Pablo. Pablo lost and drives that one up the front door here for Nasser. Having a good tussle there with Yabuni. Comes in, goes to the near side backhand, tries to flick that one up. Pony just looking at the crowd and everything else, and which is not quite so familiar to, and he leaves it behind for Hero, who sends this one forward for Sonadas. Sonadas picks the ball off at the top of the volley here. There it is, just gone a little bit wide. Can he get to that one in time? But again, he's just got hold of that ball a little bit too cleanly. And out over the back line it goes. So for the viewers here at Ghantoot, you're riding a horse, the ball's bouncing, and you're travelling at, say, 30, 40 kilometres an hour, it's no mean feat at all but what these guys are doing out there in front of you. So the ball's brought in here now by Kakuraja. Comes off the back of the pony, tries to get onto it, gets hooked off out of it, but it's going to be Kian to come onto it. But trying to get onto that one there is Yabuni, and Yabuni gets that one away from underneath the nose of Kian Hall. He's taking it wide of the goal, going for the big neck shot here. He's got a very cute angle. Has it got the distance? Has it got the accuracy? Yes, it does. Faris Yabuni putting goal number 3 on the board there for Abu Dhabi. 3 goals it is to Abu Dhabi. 1 goal to Ghantoot, and you just see a really good shot there from Yabuni. Certainly got his sights in, and through the goals he goes with that next shot there of his, taking the score 3 goals to 1. And it looks like we are going to have some free changes here. Or is it the end of the chukker? In fact, I can't hear the hooter from where I am up in the commentary box. And that there will end chukker number 1, with the score being 3 goals to Abu Dhabi, 1 goal to Ghantoot. And for our viewers on pololine.tv, where you can always tune into polo throughout the world, we'll now go to a few messages and adverts from our sponsors. So the ball's back into play once again. The backhand comes off from Kakuraja, linking up well there with Pablo. They just read each other like a book, and he puts that one up the front door here now, looking for Nasser Al-Shamsi, but I think he's got too much on it. The fields are running fast and clean here today, and out over the back line it goes. So once more, the ball is back in possession of Abu Dhabi, for Geronimo the Carril to bring back into play. Herald taps it wide, protecting the play. Sees where his teammates are. Goes with a long driving shot again. Straight up the guts of the field here now, looking for Yabuni. Waits for that ball to drop. Pressure on him there by Nasser. But he gets that ball a little bit further up the field. But next to come onto this one here is going to be Secundo on the near side, on the left-hand side of the horse. But leaving a little bit too much of that one there for Pablo. Comes in, steals it. Takes it forward, goes back with it, wide out towards the side, into some open space for Marcus Araja to come onto the play here now. Being pressurised by Yabuni, checks up that pony and comes back inside and sends it up the middle of the field here now once again. Looking for Nasser, but intercepting it well was Geronimo the Carril, and Herald goes for a driving shot from about 40 yards out, but he might have just overcooked that one and put it a little bit out towards the right-hand side. So Kakuraja brings it into play here now. Kaku taps it forward. Secundo putting the pressure on, making him unleash it. Does so, tries to get up for Nasser. Comes off the back of the pony, but it's fortuitously it is there for Pablo. Gerente drives this one up forward, and it looks like up at the number 1 position. There's Kian. He's trying to get away there from Geronimo. Gets on the near side, but Geronimo rides him off, gets control of the play, plays the tail backhand. Who's going to be first round with this one here? It's Nasser Al-Shamsi. Goes with the backhand in towards goal, but Secundo swoops onto this one, flicks it up there, and passes up for Sonadas. Santiago Sonadas here, but he's being marked well there by Pablo, forcing him to unload that ball and let the ball do the work. After all, the ball does move faster than the horse. The backhand at the top of the bounce from Kakuraja. Back towards the boards, but unfortunately for him, it hops out and bounces over the boards, and therefore will have a free hit in favour of Abu Dhabi, where the ball went out. Umpire right puts it down. Geronimo drives this one forward. A lovely lofted long drive up there by Hiron Karil looking for Secundo. Secundo settles onto this one. Here he goes with a shot. Gets well pressurised. And unfortunately nothing that Nasser could do. And through the goals it goes. A beautiful goal there between Hiron Karil and Secundo Amadori. Good driving shot. Making use of the ball. Once more is Hiron Karil. Setting it up to Secundo Amadori, who had pressure on him, but just had enough on it to get that through the goals before Nasser Al-Shamsi could defend it. So the score's 4-1 it is. And the two teams lining up on the far side of the field on umpire ban to bowl that ball back in to the line out. Middle line out it is, but looking for that one there is Yabuni. Yabuni going for a big old swing in the middle of the line out. Kian trying to come away with it, does, but it falls there for Kakuraja once more. For Ghantoot drills this one up the front door here now. Looking for Gerente. Gerente coming forward here. He's gone a little bit too far on that one. Tries to play the tail backhand. He does, but it gets flicked away from the goals by Amadori. But reading it well, anticipating is Kakuraja. He tries to send this one back in, but it gets intercepted and cut out of the play by Geronimo. In turn, he leaves it for Sonadas. Santiago Sonadas comes up forward here now, brings this ball forward up to about the halfway line. Going with him there is Nasser Al-Shamsi, takes it up onto his near side, back onto his stick side. That's the right-hand side of the horse, which all players have to play. Comes over the top of it then, and the next pair of players are over it too, but quickly round onto it. Keeping an eye on the attack and defence there is Geronimo. He goes with a driving shot from a distance, but he sliced that one to the right, and out over the back line it is. So once more, the ball will be placed on the back line for Ghantoot to bring back into play, whilst Herodikiril quickly changes ponies. And the ball brought back into play here now by Araja. Araja taps it forward, comes out here now, feeds it up forward. Nasser Al-Shamsi. Waiting for him though is Yabuni. Goes with a good driving shot, trying to pass this one up. He gets this one up here now for Gerente. He's over the top of the bouncing ball, couldn't control it, nor could Geronimo, but it's now left for Secundo. Secundo takes it in the middle of the field, opens it, goes round into some clear space, but first round onto that one there is going to be Araja. Takes it forward, plays a tail backhand underneath the pony's tail, but he looks like he's going to get back onto his own play here now, does Kaku. Looks up to see where the goal is. Drives it in towards the goal. Santiago Sonadas going back to try and stop this one in front of goal. He plays the tail backhand, clearing it away from the goals. But it's going to be Kian Hall to pick it up here now. Makes a turning play back towards goal. Faces up towards goal. And he's going goal bound, looking to dribble this one all the way. And he goes under the neck and puts it away, making it 2 goals it is now to Ghantoot. But it's still 4 goals to Abu Dhabi. Good backhand there by Sonadas. But well read and anticipated by Kian. And then turn that defence into attack once more. And underneath the pony's neck he flicked it. And through the goals it goes. So the two teams back to the middle of the field. Once more on the far side. Changing ends, as I said. But Tim bound to bowl it in. Tim. Ball stuck in the middle of the line out. Kian working on that one. The goal scorer to try and pick it away here now. Avoids the hook from Geronimo. Pushes up now for Kakuraja. He couldn't pick it. Sorry, it is Nasser Shamsi. Similar coloured helmets. Taps it round the corner in the air. Volleying it because he can is Geronimo de Carril. Takes the hook. Does. Kian Hall leaves it for Sonadas. Sonadas. Goes forward once again with it, trying to escape his man. Does so. Managed to avoid that hook, and he drives that one up, looking for Amadori. He tries to flick that one forward as the ball's coming down out of the heavens, but it's going to be Pablo Llorente to bring it round the corner here now, letting this pony run up over the halfway line. Goes Llorente. Didn't pick the ball up cleanly. He has to work hard. He goes on his near side, and the bounce goes back onto his stick side, and stick side again. Can he get to that ball in time? It's going to be a very cute shot indeed. Oh, he goes with the tail backhand in a forward play, and through the goals it did for Pablo Llorente. You can see, if you see on the replay, he goes towards the goal. He's pushed a little bit far to the right-hand side and goes with the backhand with a great angle on it. Through the goals it is. So we have 3 goals now to Ghantoot, 4 goals to Abu Dhabi. So back to the middle of the field. Here it is once more. Just waiting for a couple of players changing. Secundo was also, I think, Pablo might have done too, but back into the middle. The ball gets bowled into play. Coming up with at the back of the play there was Araja, but Sonadas poached it from him there, and he tries to put that one under the neck for Amadori. He can't come onto that ball there because the line has been claimed by Llorente. It comes off the pony. Amadori picks it up here now, avoids the hook there from Kian Hall, turns towards goal and drills that one up forward once again, looking for Yabuni. Yabuni comes onto this one here. He's looking just to flick this one forward. A beautiful passing play and well positioned there by Faris Yabuni, putting goal number 5 on the board there for Abu Dhabi. 5 goals to Abu Dhabi, 3 goals it is to Ghantoot. And ladies and gentlemen, that there will end Chukker number 2. And for our viewers, we'll now go to a few messages and adverts and interviews from Polo Line.
Hello and welcome to Malaysia. Whether it's your first time here or on a returning flight, we at BP are committed to creating a pleasant experience for you through our new COVID-19 screening process here in KLIA. As soon as you arrive, please proceed towards the BP Health Screening Lounge.
While you proceed to walk past a thermal scanner which scans all arriving passengers. Test our COVID-19 swab test online from your home country. Please proceed to the self-registration kiosk to process your e-vouchers. If you have not yet purchased the swab test, do not worry, as our friendly BP registration staff will assist you with the process.
After registering, take a seat and relax at a world-class design lounge while you wait for your COVID-19 swab test.
Our dedicated team of healthcare professionals will be there to support you through the entire process. Our screening facility is also equipped with a state-of-the-art on-site COVID-19 lab to ensure a quick turnaround time and the release of the test result.
And that's it.
Here at BP, we hope that you have a pleasant experience with us throughout this process. Till we meet again next time, from everyone here at BP, take care and stay safe.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for Chukker number 3 before we go into half-time with this 5 Chukker match between Ghantoot and Abu Dhabi. 3 goals to Ghantoot, 5 goals to Abu Dhabi, and the ball's back into play once more. At the back of the line, out it comes. Nearly stole that one, did Hieronymo from Pablo, but he's just gone a little bit too far over the top of that one, but it's left there for Araja. Araja drives that one forward for Nasser Al-Shamsi. Nasser, little half swing, controlling it, looking to keep it straight, but he looks like he might have pushed that one wide to the right, and to the right it goes. Opportunity got a begging there for Ghantoot to close that gap, but it wasn't to be. So once more, the ball will be placed here on the back line. For Hieronymo the Krill to bring back into play. Hero. Passes it up there for Sonatas. Sonatas taps it forward. Goes for the long shot here this time, looking for Yabuni. Yabuni looking to swoop onto this line here now. Yabuni taps it forward. Oh, and he gets his pocket half picked there by Pablo. And Pablo's going to try and come back onto it in front of Yabuni. Yabuni didn't like it. He was peeling for something, but nothing's coming of it. But he's left it behind. It's left there for Amadori. And Amadori on the near side, the left-hand side of the horse. Through the goals it is. For another one on the board there for Abu Dhabi. Taking it 6 goals to Abu Dhabi. 3 to Ghantoot. And you can see Pablo didn't quite manage to control it. And on the near side, Amadori's in there, controlling the man, and through the goal he goes with that ball for goal number 6. So the ball back in play once more. And it is going to be Pablo comes away with it off the line out here now. Going back with him there is Hieronymo the Krill, put the pressure on, but it looks like he's got a couple of lengths on him, and through the goals it is there for goal number 4, and the ball there for Ghantoot. 4 goals to 6 it is now. Coming thick and fast off the back of the line out here for Ghantoot. Pablo Llorente gets away from his man and scores the goal. So back to the middle of the field it is, as he said, changing ends. Just waiting for the players to get back. The ball gets bowled into play. Skews out the side of it. It's going to be Secunda. Goes with the backhand. Tries to thread that one through the traffic, but it's picked up now by Araja. Araja avoids the hook from Hieronymo the Krill. It is Araja coming forward with it. Gets half hooked there by Sonatas, but manages to keep this going forward. This time goes with the next shot and looking to drill this one through the goals. Can he do so? Is it straight enough? Where is it? And through the goal it is. That's Marcos Araja we're used to. Deadly accurate. Kaku Araja getting goal number 5 for Ghantoot. You can see he came off that line out, stole that ball, made the turn, went past the goal slightly, and very acute angle on that next shot, and drills it through the goals. Beautiful goal there by Kaku Araja. So 5-6 to score, close that gap. The deficit is only 1. Oh, I do apologise. It was Nasser Al-Shamsi, not Kaku. Similar coloured helmets and playing with equal class and style. The ball comes in out of the line-out, but it looks like they've drilled that one too far, too hard, and out over the back line it goes. So this time it'll be placed down for Geronimo de Carril and Abu Dhabi to bring back into play. Hero taps it forward, over the shoulder, drives this one out. Nice strong hit there by him as expected for Yabuni to come on to here now. Yabuni, the bounce just deceiving him and also Pablo, but checking up on the play and watching it carefully there. Secundo lets the ball come off the boards, tries to pull it off the boards a little bit further. Nice little weighted flick shot there up for Geronimo. Takes it at the top of the bounce. He's going deep down into his own corner. He leaves himself a very acute neck shot indeed. He goes for it. It looking quite good from here. Oh, and it just skims past the right-hand goalpost. And that will just go wide. So the ball will be placed down where the ball went out of play for Kaku Raja to bring back in once more. Kaku taps it forward here now. Kaku sends it out here now for Nasser. Shamsi gets under that one a little bit too far, waits for it to come down, tries to pick up on the near side, couldn't, and comes Geronimo, waiting patiently, turns back inside. He's got Nasser in behind, he's got Pablo, he threads himself through the traffic here, but the ball's just left behind him, and Kian picks it up there for Ghantoot. Kian brings it forward now. He knows he's got Sonadas with him. Leaves it now for Nasser. Comes up, hooked off out of it. Coming back onto it once again is Kian. He gets his play slightly spoilt, but trying to read and does read that very well indeed. Was a bit of confusion. Was Secunda Amadori opens up the backhand, setting it up here now for Sonadas. Sonadas takes control, little half swing. Pablo Llorente coming back with him. He comes forward with that next shot. Couldn't pick it up. Leaves the ball for Llorente. Llorente taking the ball deeper down in his own corner, give himself space and time to either turn it or make the backhand. Avoids the hook there from Geronimo Carril, but couldn't carry the ball any further. Hero comes in onto it here now, faces up towards the goal, looking like he's going to just stick and ball this one, keep this ball short of Pablo, where he's in no man's land and can't touch it, and they can't stop that ball at all. And it looks like that ball has gone through the goals for goal number 6. It's goal number 7, rather, for Abu Dhabi. 7 goals it is to Abu Dhabi. 5 goals to Ghantoot. And some 2 minutes left to play before the first hooter goes. You'll probably notice we have one hooter at 7 minutes, and then we have a sudden death period of 30 seconds when the second hoot will go to end the chukker. So back to the middle of the field it is once more for umpire Ban to bowl it into play. Ban bowls this ball in at the front line out once again. Looking for it is Yabuni. Yabuni tries to get away from Pablo Llorente, but the ball flicks out here now for Sonadas, and Sonadas takes it deeper down into his own territory here now, and he goes with the big neck shot looking for a teammate, but there's nobody home, and it looks like it's just going to drift wide. Out towards the right-hand side it goes. So the ball's placed on the back line for Ghantoot. Kaku Raja to bring into players. A couple of players scurry off the field to quickly change ponies. But Kaku Raja comes forward up to the ball here now. Kaku taps it. Secundo marking him. Must be 30 yards away from him, but he marks him, forces him to make the play. Out there for Shamsi. Shamsi drills that one up the boards, lets the ball do the work and passes it beautifully for Kian. Kian Hall on the play here now, running down the far side. Santiago Sonadas up the inside of him there, just shutting down the angle, gets onto it, but not quite enough to get to the goal, but it's just about enough there for Sonadas to try to pick up, but he's over the top of it and pushed it a bit wide now. Leaves it for Kian. He goes with the tail backhand, and it looks like that one's just gone wide. A little bit too much angle on that one, a little bit straighter would have gone through the goals, but just underneath, too much under the tail it goes, and wide to the right-hand side it is, and the ball's on the back line here now for Geronimo de Carril to bring it back into play. And back into play it is. Aaron, it's only as far as Kaku. Kaku plays it backhand, putting it defence into attack and sends it forward, tries to pick it up, does Herald, but it's between the players, and it's going to be Kian on the near side, but it scooches away from him there, but it's going to be Geronimo to take it up underneath the net here and leaves it for Amadori. There goes the first shooter, as I just mentioned, and he goes over the top of that one there. There's players cancelling each other out, but Sonadas is in there at the back there, just drills that ball up forward out in some open space, trying to find Yabuni, but he's not onto it quickly enough, and it is going to be Araja comes onto this one first. Araja on the near side, taps the ball in the air and in the air once more, looks to see where his teammates are. He drives that one up forward, but it's a little bit too much length on it for his own teammates to get to that, but it's going to be Geronimo de Carril goes with a big neck shot and drives that one out to the far side of the field, looking for Yabuni, and there goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen, and that there will end chukker number 3. So this is effectively the half-time period, and for the viewers on Polo Line, with the score being 5 goals to 7 in favour of Abu Dhabi over Ghantoot, we'll go to a few messages and adverts. And welcome back to all our Polo Line viewers. And if you are watching throughout the world, we'd like to hear from you. And we'd like to give you a shout out if we can through our normal social media channels. So it looks like the two teams are back out in the field. And we'll be starting off the chucker with a roll-in from the umpire from the inside out of the field where the ball was when the second hooter went. So it looks like that ball's being bowled into play, and into play it is. And it looks like it's going to be Geronimo de Carril to come away with this one here on blue. The little grey pony sends it up, trying to get that one up there for Yabuni. He couldn't quite pick that one up. It didn't go quite far enough, but it's going to be Secunda Amadori on the left-hand side, near side, picks it up and sends it up once again for Yabuni. Yabuni, this time pushed off out of the play. Under the neck here now comes Nasser. Checks up on the boards. In comes Yabuni, just overshoots the gap a little bit there, turns around, straightens it, and Nasser Shamsi drills that forward, but it's only as far as Geronimo. Hero turns the play, beautiful bit of horsemanship, and sends this one into the throws once more, but quickly coming round onto it, noticing that the play hadn't gone far enough, is Kian. He flicks it slightly out towards the side, fortuitously there for him, and it's going to be Marcos Araja to pick it up here. Araja there with Secunda Amadori. Araja drives it up the middle of the field because he happened to notice that he has Pablo clear out and not being marked, but a little bit too much. He got onto that one there, and Hero you saw picking it up out of the air and still playing around with it on the near side of his horse, the difficult side to hit it, and then giving Kian enough time to come in and steal that one away from him once more. He sends the tail backhand, looking for a teammate, but Yabuni read that one well and sends a nice little backhand, but a little bit too straight as it's now picked up here by Araja. Araja straightening up. Araja going for the centering shot here, looking for his teammate and his pal by the name of Pablo, who looks for the big cut shot to try and cut that one in towards the goal, but he couldn't quite get the angle he was looking for, and wide it goes. So once more, The ball's placed there on the back line for Geronimo the Kirill to bring back in. Hero taps it. Looks for a weighted pass. Hall looks at that one he made, but it's passed up this time here now for Senadas. Secunda Amadori getting away from Pablo. Goes on his stick side, gets hooked off out of it on this occasion, and it's now left for Marcus Araja, but he doesn't get hold of that one clearly, and Senadas picks it up here now and goes for a long-range goal attempt, but he's just pushed that a bit wide. In comes Amadori to try and get the cut backhand in towards the goal, but out over the back line it goes. So a nice tack there from Abu Dhabi, but the ball will be placed on the back line and in possession here of Ghantoot, and Marcus Araja to bring it back in once more. Kaku out the middle of the field, he comes with this one here. Senadas trying to get onto it. Oh, and it looks like that one's come up here now for Kian. He beats two men. He's got Secunda Amadori going back there with him, goes with a long driving shot. He might have a little bit too much angle onto that one there as Amadori comes in onto it. Goes under the neck. Nice acute neck shot there by Secunda Amadori, getting it out here for Senadas. Senadas trying to straighten up onto that one. Couldn't quite get the angle he was looking for to get his pony back onto the line. It's going to be Kian Hall takes it away, dribbles that ball in the air away from the hook of Geronimo. Comes in between the players here now. Lovely play there by Kian and goes with the next shot in towards the goal, but not quite the angle he was looking for. And he's pushed it across the face of goal. Will it stay in play or will it go out? No, it looks like it's just gone out over the back line. Under pressure there. Didn't quite get over the ball enough to get it through the goals, to get the angle he was looking for, and just pushed it wide, so not wasting any time. Geronimo the Kirill brings it back in once more. Underneath the neck he comes this time, again looking for Yabuni, trying to make good use of Faris Yabuni out here this afternoon, but Nasser Al-Shamsi sitting, waiting, lurking, but he gets hooked off out of it as he's trying to concentrate on Nasser by Marcos Araja, and Araja in towards the middle of the field, drives it up for Kian. Kian beats the play there from Geronimo, just a little bit close towards the back of the horse's legs there, which can trip you up, and he sends this one in towards the goal and through the goal. Nice goal there by Kian Hall for goal number 6 for Ghantoot. 6 goals it is to Ghantoot. 7 goals, and you can see on that one there, got onto that one, did Kian, and coming across on it was young Geronimo the Kirill. Got a little bit close. The last thing you want to be doing is getting your horse's front legs caught up with another horse's back legs. It's a bit like a tap tackle, and down you'll come. And you'll be penalised for it, for endangering yourself and the horse. So the two teams lined up here in front of us on the grandstand on the Sheikh Zayed field for Pinnerite to bowl the ball into play. Flicked up in the air there by Llorente. Llorente taps it forward again. Again, showboating a little bit out there himself. It is Llorente. Llorente this time goes with a driving shot. Nice cut shot by Llorente. Sends it to the back of the D. Pushes the man off it, but not quite enough. Kudaraja, but it's going to be Secundo gets hold of it, and the backhand comes in this time. Looks to try and stop it and get that one through the goals, but no, it goes wide. And we can just see a replay of that for our Polo Line viewers. Secundo just pushing Nasser off out of it, but as he did, overcommitted and couldn't get onto the ball cleanly enough. So it's down the back line for Geronimo to bring it back in once more. The big lofted drive up the field. They're all waiting for that one to come down, but it just falls a little bit softly and short of Yabuni, but it's sent in once more by Pablo for Kaku. Kaku called off it, but it looks like it's going to be Harold to come in onto this one here now. Geronimo there with Kian in behind. Pablo goes with him. You see Kian just pulls back off him, allowing Pablo to go to work and put the pressure on him, and in doing so gives himself the space and time to come back in on it. Yabuni comes in, realizes he has to yield off out of that one there because he's in a bit of a no-no position. He sends this one up the field here now, but he gets stopped in the play there by Geronimo. And coming onto it there is Pablo Llorente, playing a little bit of handball or something with it out there, I think it was, or somebody might have just got clipped. I think Kian might have got clipped. We might see that on the replay, but we have a whistle on the play and we will have a penalty. There's a few players quickly leave the field to change ponies as we are 1.5 minutes left to the end of this chukker. That's the replay of the attempted goal from before. So just have a little bit of a break here now. It looks like we do have a penalty, and we have a penalty 3, a 40-yard penalty. I think it might have been Pablo being a bit cheeky and see if the umpires are awake or not, playing a little bit of handball out there.
You want to see the video, or
And I can see it from here.
I'm watching a movie.
So the ball's placed down there on the 40-yard line for a penalty 3. in favour of Abu Dhabi and Hieronymo Kirill. Circling round onto this one here now. Taking a nice little quick practice swing, settles the pony. Goes with the big one this time. It's about head height, and they don't even bother defending it because there was absolutely no point in it at all. Through the goals it goes for goal number 8 for Abu Dhabi. 8 goals to 6 is the score. Hirono, a great penalty taker. And a very good player indeed, up to 8 goals, and hardly surprising. Father being a 6-goal player and a good coach, having written a very good book which should be read by all. And the ball comes into play, and it is now going to be Kaku. Kaku comes away with it here. Kaku Raja. Kaku keeps his ball moving forward. He gets away from Sonadas, but in front of him is Herald. Just takes his eye off the ball and gives Sonadas the opportunity to come in and steal that one from him. He does. Takes it wide out towards the side. Takes it a little bit deeper and decides to turn back in towards the middle of the field here this time, giving himself the option and space on the field, giving himself time to Sonadas, and he drives this one forward, looking to see where Yabuni is and if he's out in some open space. Unfortunately for Yabuni, he wasn't quite in, and the ball gets necked in towards the middle of the field here this time, and it is Nasser up on the play, checking up. Secunda Amadori there in behind him, looking to make the hook, just keeps it away, leaves that one behind, but it's going to be Kaku Raja for Ghantoot to tidy up once more. Kaku drills this one up the middle of the field. Just loses a little bit of momentum there. Does Pablo would have liked to have run onto it, but he had to check up in the play, pulls this ball backward and tries to get back onto it. Pony just hopping and bouncing a little bit, and he just turns up and straightens himself up here. This time does Pablo, flicks it up for Kaku. Kaku makes a bit of a monkey, does that one, and leaves it now for Pablo. The first hooter has gone, and it is going to be Pablo Llorente this time. Boys need a little bit more focus, I think it is, and trying to get onto it there is Sonadas, and Sonadas comes across the face of the line there of Nasser Al-Shamsi. As we can see in the replay there, and for the people watching on the side of the field, you can see he's basically making a bit of a U-turn across the oncoming player who's distinctly and clearly on the line. And so we have a penalty, the whistle's blown, and that there will end Shaka number 4. With the score being 8 goals is to Abu Dhabi, 6 goals to Ghantoot.
Agradecer bastante este evento, sea maravilloso.
The penalty just quickly taken there, but unfortunately just putting that one wide. In fact, I think it was Nasser Al-Shamsi taking that one there and just pushed it wide, so the ball's back on the back line here for Hieronymo Kirill to bring into play. Out there looking for Secundo, just comes off the pony, lost sight of it slightly, sends it out there towards the side. He gets ridden off well there by Kian. Kian comes back onto it, a little bit of a sneaky naughty play there by Secundo as he tries to get the ball stolen away from him, but sends it into the throws once more, and this time it gets passed out by Abu Dhabi's Hero the Kirill 4. Santiago Sonadas. Sonadas drives this one up the field. It looks like that's fallen a bit short. He's going to have to come onto it himself, but no time for him. There's too much room, but the first onto it was Pablo. He's over the top of it. Oh, they're making a bit of a meal of this one here now, but Sonadas comes back onto it once more. Santiago Sonadas up the field, letting the pony run here just over the halfway line. You see, cutting the angle down there is Araja. Flattens onto it, hooks him out of the play. That's one Malik taps the other one to stop him from making the play. Flicks it forward. There's Kian, tries to leave it there for Nas, but no, it's stolen there by Geronimo. Hero comes in. Those two ride each other off the pair, and it's now left here for the backhand of Llorente, but quickly coming onto it there is Araja. Sends it up for Nasser Al-Shamsi. Nasser looking over his shoulder. He knows Sonadas is there lurking somewhere. Brings it forward a little bit further. There does Nasser. Gets ridden off out of it by Shamsi. Perfect timing on his near side. Takes it a bit deeper onto his stick side here now. Looking to try and make a bit of space and time for himself. Taking this ball around the corner here in a safe manner. Now checks the pony up and comes back inside. And Yabuni just protects him, giving the opportunity to pass this ball up the field here for Sonadas. Sonadas drills this one forward once again. Looking for Hero. Doesn't quite make it, so he loses that momentum going forward, but waits for it, and this time sends it up once again. But again, it's a lot of elevation, but not enough distance, and lands softly there for Kian, and Kian looks to make the turn. It's now left for Araja. Kaku comes forward, gets half hooked, but keeps bringing this ball forward once again. He's got Yabuni in front. He's teasing with him, but Yabuni couldn't quite pick that one up there, and it's now going to be Kaku once again. He's got Amadori in front. Being kept off out of the play is Negril, but it's going to be Pablo to take it forward here now. Pablo Llorente. Pablo just takes a weighted pass and puts it towards the goal, and through the goals it is. For Ghantoot, taking the score now, 7-8. Nice little weighted shot there by Pablo Llorente. Gave himself space and time, wasn't rushing, wasn't hassling. And through the goal it goes. So back to the middle of the field it is once more. Into play it is, out the back of the line out, trying to get hold of that one was Geronimo, but he gets stopped, and forward comes Pablo Llorente once more, avoids the hook there from Sonadas, trying to get onto it, back onto his own play once again, going goalward bound, trying to get onto the stick side is Amadori. He just rides him off and up, but it just leaves it behind for Geronimo and Abu Dhabi to turn it away from the goal mouth to turn defence into attack once more. Good lofted drive there for him. Faris isn't quite sure where the ball is. Nope, there it is in front of him, and now he's off up the field here now is Yabuni. Yabuni looking to straighten this one up here now. Yabuni goes with a good half shot, looks to straighten it up, tries to get this one. Has it got enough momentum to go through the goals? Oh, it just goes wide to the right-hand side. So it's shadowed out over the back line by Araja. So Araja off his own back line for Ghantoot. Comes with a good driving shot up the field, but once more not quite enough there for Kian to get on, but it's Sonadas to make the turning play and turn the defence into attack here. Now it is Sonadas, looks to drive this one in, doesn't get that cleanly, it comes off the pony, in turn he leaves it now for Amadori. Amadori just gets his pocket picked and it's stolen away from a nice little backhand play there by Llorente, linking up well with Araja. Drives the ball up forward here, looking for Nasser. Yabuni in there, interfering, trying to hook him, trying to spoil his play, stopping him from going forward, but Nasser gets going a little bit further forward, but not quite enough, and leaves it now for Yabuni. Yabuni looking to avoid the hook and straighten himself up and try and make amends for that last attempt at goal. Yabuni coming forward once again, has to reach out a long way, but he's shown a little bit too much that one there for Araja, and Araja says thank you very much indeed, but he's over the top of that one there, but coming back, double banging it in defence, and just helping him out is Llorente. Look at him picking up that ball in behind him, and over the top of it goes Araja. Sonadas tries to pick it up off the boards, gets it stolen there by Nasser Al-Shamsi. Nasser, in turn, gets hooked off out of it. Coming onto it is going to be Kaku. Kaku comes forward here now. Kaku Raja up the front door. He sends that one up for Pablo, but covering it well there is Amadori, cancelling each other out, but it's left for Sonadas. Sonadas sneakily dummies the backhand, but drills that one out into open space here now for Geronimo. Hero drives it out towards the middle of the field on the far side in front of the Sheikhs. Hero lets the pony run and drives it up here now for Yabuni, who straightens himself up onto the line here now. He gets underneath that one there, loses a little bit of momentum out and over the top of he goes to go a bit far, but he's got Sonadas to come in to try and finish this one off. Santiago Sonadas stick and balls that one all the way home. You can see the anticipation of these players. They just sit, they wait, they pounce, and there it is. Santiago Sonadas finishing it off here. Opportunistically coming in onto the play, waiting. Giving the support that was needed. Santiago Senadas finishing it off, making it 9 goals it is to Abu Dhabi, 7 goals to Ghantoot. So it looks like we've got a number of players scurrying off the field, looking to change ponies. Looking for some fresh legs, as it were, here in chukker number 5. It says 1:33 on the clock, but there's 1:03 before the first hooter goes. And that there will end chukker number 5, unless we are even. And say Ghantoot scored 2 more goals to level the scores. Then we'll go into a sudden death, 30-second. And then if we do have it even Stevens at the end of the 30 seconds and still no goal scored, we can go to extra chukker. But let us see what the last minute of this match will provide. So 2 teams going back out on the field here now. You've got Kaku and Pablo. A shot there of Falah Shibuni. Just mounting back up again there for our Polo Line viewers. So 2 teams lining up here now, just waiting for Yabuni to come and join his Abu Dhabi team. And the ball back into play for the last minute of play. Here it is now in the subsidiary final of His Highness the President's Cup. And it's Yabuni on the near side, tries to take this one forward, but he's being pressurised well there by Nasser Shamsi, who does leave that behind uncharacteristically. Couldn't pick it up, could Amadori, but turning back in once again, but it's left there for Geronimo. Hero from a distance opens the arm and sends that one towards the goal, but left of the goal it is, so wide it goes. So the score remains the same, 9 goals to 7, and Kaku Raja quickly takes the ball off the back line here now. Does Kaku. Takes it up there behind Amadori, drives it up front here now for Nasser Al-Shamsi up over the halfway line. See how they make it look so easy to these boys. It's going to be Nasser. Looks to straighten this one up here now and get close towards the goal. Goes from a long distance shot from outside when he lets the ball settle, and it's through the goals there for Nasser Al-Shamsi. 8 goals it is to Ghantoot now by Nasser Al-Shamsi. Had a little bit of a problem controlling that ball to begin with, but then when he let that ball settle, focused and concentrated and put the goalpost in his mind's eye, and through the goals it goes. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The first hooter has gone, and that there will end our first match of the afternoon, the subsidiary finals, being 8 goals to Ghantoot, but running out the winners, Abu Dhabi. I think momentarily now for our Polo Line viewers, we'll have some stats and also some goals. And just for everybody out here, the progression of the match as it went after the first period of play, after chukker number 1, Abu Dhabi were 3 goals, Ghantoot 1. End of chukker number 2, it was 5 goals to Abu Dhabi, 3 goals to Ghantoot. At the end of chukker number 3, 7 goals it was to Abu Dhabi, 5 to Ghantoot. At the end of chukker number 4, 8 goals to Abu Dhabi, 6 goals to Ghantoot. At the end of chukker number 5, the final score being 9 goals to Abu Dhabi, 8 goals to Ghantoot. So Abu Dhabi certainly had control of it all the way through this match. But Ghantoot tried to come back at them, but unfortunately not quite enough in time before the end of the match. And now for our Polo Line viewers, we'll just go to some of the best goals. And this one here was Kaku just dribbling that one through, putting it away, taking it away from Amadori. Back up onto it here now, Pablo. Pablo got himself onto his near side and just took this one. Lovely little backhand there, round the back of the pony's tail, and through the goal it goes. Kaku picking it up here. Oh no, it was Nasser Al-Shamsi with that amazing next shot, and through the goals it goes. Nasser Al-Shamsi. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We go back, we can see the Abu Dhabi team in the corner there. And we just go through the stats. Final score 8-9, of course, in favour of Abu Dhabi. Field goals, 8 goals to Ghantoot, 7 to Abu Dhabi. Throw-ins were controlled by Ghantoot, 11 to 6. Fouls committed. 2 fouls against Ghantoot, 1 Abu Dhabi. Fortunately, no yellow cards. Penalties for Ghantoot. 0 managed to be scored from 1 attempt, and the penalties for Abu Dhabi making the difference. 2 from 2. No safety corner penalties here this afternoon in our first match, which is good to see, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for myself, Adam Snowden, and Polo Line, I would like to say thank you very much indeed. We have some other entertainment here at Ghantoot for a fill-it-in, and there you see our sponsors here. And without the sponsors, who we are very grateful for, tournaments such as this would not be able to happen. So until just before 5 o'clock local time, we will see you then.